What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Just a quick update on a couple of projects. We have a Woodtendo project coming up. This is just a prototype controller. Everything's going to be made out of wood, trying to get a hold of a top loader. So that way we can just redo an entire wood case. If you saw the wood Xbox, the wooden GameCube, it's finished. It's in this video, so stay on. But pretty much it's original Nintendo circuit board on the inside. The plastic was trashed, but everything inside was good. So we just built a new case for it, and it gave me the idea of we're just gonna build the Woodtendo. So we're gonna have a wooden Nintendo coming up, original NES. The wood GameCube is finished. Now the SD card that a lot of this footage was on and everything ended up getting corrupted, so sorry about we don't have any of the build footage, but still got your 4 ports on the front, 2 memory card slots, your ventilation ports on either side, your power, and the digital out. Now, we had some issues with this after we got it built. It would power on, everything would load, we get some noise, that we're having issues with video, and we thought it might be some of the wiring on the inside. Thought it might be the actual analog to digital converter board that was in, because this wasn't originally an analog console and we switched it over to digital, which requires moving the port and soldering some stuff in on that. And the whole thing came down to our retro prism HD adapter. This thing pretty much shit a brick at 4 hours of troubleshooting, and it came out to it was this. Went through, tried to update the firmware, checked stuff on it, and can't do it. The chip on this thing is dead. It is fried, is dead, doesn't work in my original GameCube, doesn't work in this. And we just been through some checking that, and yeah, this thing is toast, and I'm actually kind of a little upset by it. Mostly because, not that I use my GameCube a whole lot, but with the very minimal use that this thing got, and it died, and it's a very common problem from what I've seen. It's a little disappointing on how much these things cost, and then they end up dying. So I might get another one. Might get another one from another company, but either way, gonna probably end up building another GameCube and leave that one analog. Just leave it analog. Don't go through the hassle of everything on this. Let me pop the bottom off real quick. So you actually can't get the board out because everything is actually pressure fit in place with the way the side panels go on. So really you can only take the top and the bottom off. You can't get the board back out. But that's the adapter. I wish I can remember the name of the place that did it. A little bit of micro soldering, but fairly easy. You jump it off of the main power port coming over. The parts that they tell you need to solder actually to their board on the bottom already pre-soldered. So it's really just getting their ribbon cable in place, attaching this to the top of it, and then running their flex cable over to the other side. Pico boot cables. The back side of the controller port is mounted to the top. The fan, custom 3D printed shroud. You can actually pick the entire thing up by the fan. It's not coming out. Power buttons mounted inside, still on that part. The Raspberry Pi Picos there with the Pico boot for the GameCube. But thing works, and it works great. And like I said, I'm just a little disappointed that that adapter died, because it's the only digital GameCube adapter that we actually currently have that's not a actual stock item. So I need to order another one, just that way I can actually get to play this thing. It's kind of like the Xbox we did. I don't know if I'm going to end up selling this or if I'm going to keep it for myself, because honestly, I absolutely love this thing. When the Xbox sold, I was a little disappointed. It's kind of sad to see it go, but at the time, it was one of those things. I built it to be sold, much like this. I built it to be sold, but I don't know if I'm going to sell it. I might hang on to it. But once we can get a hold of a top loader, we'll have a Woodtendo build video coming. That SD card hopefully won't get corrupted. You know, I like these adapters. Retro Brits never really steered me wrong anywhere else, but Like I said, minimal use on this for it dying as quick as it did. At least us personally as a company in that can't. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I don't know. It's got a lot of good options, scan lines, the scaling, everything like that, but we have inline scalers and everything else, and the analog adapter we got looks just as good as what was coming out of this with two pieces for literally a third of the price of what this was. Anyways, everybody, that's the Wood GameCube. It's finally done. Woodtendo build will be coming up at some point in time. Check out the website, northpoleretro.com. Like if you liked it, share the video, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping in, and have a good night.